get into Jiu Jitsu?
Like my beginnings of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I started off wrestling before anything else, and I started wrestling for North Kingstown High School, and I did a year of that my senior year. Really got into grappling in general. Loved takedowns, reversals, all the techniques. It was fascinating to me. But I was always more interested in the martial arts aspect, and I watched a lot of MMA, a lot of old MMA, guys like Royce Gracie and guys like Kazushi Sakuraba, and I watched a lot of those old fights, and was fascinated with the moves. I had no idea what things were called, so when I first saw an armbar, we called it the Sakuraba. Me and my friends, we always loved to roll around the backyard, and we called it the Sakuraba. And after getting that a couple times and getting a good feel for it, I was like, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is something I've got to get into. Drive through Sanders, I'll usually tag the knee and try to go right into a path. I can come through, boom, that's on.
All right, cool. So tell me a little about your school.
Okay, Omoplata Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is an academy that me and Dennis Finn opened up. Dennis is, he was one of my students, but he now teaches for me. He's a really good instructor, and we opened up right on Main Street in Wakefield, right across the street from the Purple Cow. I was lucky enough to find some really good space, and we have 440 square feet of mat, and we offer a lot of jiu-jitsu classes over there. We've got like 15 hours total available per week. We're open like 5 days a week for 3 hours at a time, so it's a lot of grappling, but it's awesome over there. Nick comes to the side, I make this quick slide up. I guide the top hand, and I'm tight behind. The stretch for me is constant. I never lax up on it, so the stretch is active. Submission. That's the way it should be. Now, assuming you don't rear naked choke everybody with one arm all the time, and that you can win all your grappling matches while holding martinis and signing autographs, let's actually involve the second arm. So,
Yeah, what do we have here?
this is the majority of the trophies that I've won. This is from my first tournament right here. The first tournament I ever did was a Dragon's Lair tournament in Massachusetts. And then there are a lot of things in between from my sponsored days. I have all these AGC tournaments I went to. Naga New England's, it's a gold for the Naga World. It's a silver New England's. And these are from the Pan Ams. 1 and 2. It's a lot of traveling, but it's a lot of fun times too.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about.
We'll always have a first class free, so that's 3 hours of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So they really get to see the way we segment things. They get to see the vibe of our team. They get to see the way that we integrate technique and drilling together. They get to get that full experience.
He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard. Whether it's the beat of the mic, he feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him.